Hi all, welcome to episode number 3 of Trading to Glory. Definitely getting there with our coins, definitely building up, hopefully get some more filters kicking into effect so we can smash links. We also sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Hopefully you've been making plenty of coins as always. Let me know in the comments down below what filters you've been using and anything that's been paying off for you big time. So we start off in the episode with Jurado. Basically, the filter that we're using here is from the other night when Chivarella was the FUT swap card and the Spanish players was kind of basically the main filter to target, and the easiest way was focusing on Spanish players in odd leagues, so like Saudi League, the Croatian League, the Chinese League. We found very quickly that Jurado and Olmo were the two best players to kind of work with. So right away we're starting the episode with like 65k. If you saw my marquee matchups rewards from last week where we got Immobile, that's kind of how our coin tally has risen up very nicely. And for me, it's just now a case of putting the coins into other things. And Jurado can be one of these. It's, for me, the biggest fear is, I think there's also like Alexis and there's someone else, but the reason why we focused primarily on the Saudi League is because when we did a bit of digging, the Chinese League of Soriano, Mario Suarez, Jonathan Vieira wasn't really working. We've worked out pretty quickly. It was either going for Gerardo or going for Dani Olmo, who plays in the Croatian League, and Dani Olmo is absolutely rinsed senseless. We got Gerardo there. The good thing was I wasn't generally taking too long to get them. It was more a case of getting them for cheap. It was like people were constantly listing between 16 and 1800 coins, and I was generally trying to sell for 1500. Even if I was buying at 13, I was just selling for 15. The reason why we're only focusing on this particular filter for this episode is just to kind of show that when a flash SBC, as it were, because it was only 24 hours, when does it kind of pay off? And in all honesty, the filter only really works in the first, say, like hour or so. We went through like the Pro League, we went through the MLS, and found fairly quickly that those leagues weren't really working. As I say, Dani Olmo, as you can see here, we were just praying and praying and praying that one of them would pop up. He regularly does in general, but it's always just a case of trying to nab him cheap. It's harder said than done. But at the end of the day, it just all takes a bit of time, like jumping between leagues, finding what works, and it's like any filler. Nice Gerardo there, bit of profit probably, about 500 coins. But as always, it's just a case, be quick, and hopefully you get yourself a few deals into the bargain. Now, with this particular episode, looking at it, I will admit, coins aren't going to be the best. Like, yes, we started at like 64, 65k. I would assume probably by the time this filter kind of runs itself dry, it will run dry fairly quickly. This is kind of why we're doing it in this one short episode, because when I recorded this, it was probably about 30-40 minutes of recording, and sometimes when we do these guys, sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't, and in this case it's probably fair to say that the trading and the sniping hasn't totally paid off. The reason why I was watching that one on bid was just to actually get an idea, see what folk were willing to pay on bid, but also trying to not go 100 mile an hour when you're jumping between compared price and so forth. So when you're refreshing it, because you want to make sure that you're kind of pacing it right, that you're not going to get yourself locked out, and also so that you can, when it refreshes, hopefully that you've timed it just right, that it's a card will pop up on the hour and you can get yourself some profit. But at the moment, coinage is not going up as greatly as we hoped, but sometimes, as I said, this is what sometimes happens. It's like when flash SBCs drop, you do find there will be one method that just suddenly bang, like pays off pretty quickly, and then it's sometimes just a case of get out. Like in this case, I'm willing to just persevere just for that little bit longer. Like for 15 minutes, am I really going to be that fussed? Honestly, not really. Like, yes, it's like 6k profit, maybe say all told by the end of this, but end of the day, coins is coins and profit is profit, folks. That's the way to always look at it. And at the same time, I would have probably focused on like other fillers. Like, I even looked in other leagues that when I went looking in like the Portuguese league, it's too common and too popular, which is a bit annoying. Like, you can go through like every league, and the Mexican league with Mendes, the rare, was one that I looked at. What was annoying was he wasn't as cheap as I hoped, or as expensive as I hoped. So when I went to try and buy him, that I could maybe get a few snipes. But still, it's just a case of hit and hope. Like, Greek league, not very popular. The A league only popular through Castro, which, as I said, we always just keep going back and back and back to the Saudi league. We found between the Saudi and Dani Olmo that they were the two most comfortable leagues to work with, and just just proved right away we get ourselves a Dani Olmo just on going back to the Croatian league and getting ourselves a little bit of profit there. But hopefully, when it comes to future episodes, guys, I'll show some lower risk methods that I've been implementing to help get coins, but I'll obviously try and move into like that higher risk territory once kind of like player of the month, probably once player of the month kicks in for say the Bundesliga, La Liga and EPL, because I'll probably then move into not only what we're investing in but how the club is going from there. So just to show where we're at for transfer profit, we're doing not too bad. Could be a lot worse. I've only done a few days actually of trading, so I will not complain regardless of that. Let me know in the comments down below what your transfer profits are, what coinage you've been making and so forth. Smash links always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, GZLegend, and I'll catch you all later.